Hello everyone, on this Tuesday, February 9th, 2016. My current time's just approaching noon, so a little earlier on the video today than yesterday. Um, today's video will cover day 2 weather challenge, currently forecasting for Aberdeen, South Dakota. So let's recap what happened overnight last night. Clear skies dominated over the area. With winds decreasing overnight, although they had a bit of clouds towards the early morning hours. However, that did not prevent temperatures from dropping to, I believe the low was 10 degrees. So negative 12.2 Celsius to Fahrenheit. That's about 10 degrees. Yeah, negative 10 degrees Fahrenheit. My forecast low was 13, the 22Z USL at 13. The NAM and GFS had upper single digits. So it seemed like a blend of the models would have been a better idea for last night's low. Oh well. And so let's see. Those clouds have moved out of the area, and temperatures have responded very nicely to all that sunshine. 20 degrees, no snowpack. The GFS had 18 for a high today, and it's already 20. Yeah. Okay. Good to know. So let's take a look at the satellite. It's still pretty early in the morning, so visible is not too useful. You see, you have this like band of clouds in this region, which was picked up yesterday by several models. However, it looks like San Bernardino is in the clear for the most part during the day today. And then I do remember the risk for some snow shower activity towards the second 60 period, or of day 1, and then first 60 period of day 2. Yes. Okay, so 12Z RPM. Let's get things going here. North Central. Okay, so clouds and snow shower activity. Alright, so that really doesn't get farther east until later today. Or not. It's tricky. It kind of bounces around. No one really had precip today, so I'm not too worried. Although that would impact high temperature for sure. Hold on, let me just go back. Yeah, hopefully this doesn't impact high, because I kind of went with a full day of sunshine. And, okay, here we go. 6Z, so now we're to day 2. So you have like 2 pieces here, and it looks like they might want to connect with each other. And they do. So it looks like a period of light snowfall is expected for the early morning hours of day 2 for San Bernardino. It looks like that slowly exits, so it looks like the snow will linger into the morning hours and then be out of there for the afternoon. It looks like some lingering clouds, maybe some leftover snow shower activity, very light stuff. But yeah, whatever is over here today is going to kind of be over here tomorrow. It looks like it's going to, the tilt's going to become more negative, it seems, if this is following the jet. So yeah, I believe this is associated with some warm advection as well. So let's take a look at the 500 on SBC. So you see this jet stream still running right over the area. Big jet stream carved out over much of the country, the trough. And now, so yeah, this the jet's slowly but surely moving eastward. This ridge bumping right into it. So let's check the 850 millibar temperatures. So as far as advection, at this level, you're starting to see a bit of advection kick up in this region. Still fairly neutral over here. It's slowly moving. So let's go back to the area and check the surface. So yeah, it looks like a lot of the area has really responded to the sunshine, despite cloud coverage, minor cloud coverage. Just a big temperature contrast. Minnesota, single digits around 0. Then you get across the border here to the Dakotas, and you're well into the teens to 20s. So snowpack really plays a big role in the temperatures in this region. Lack of snowpack and then abundant snowpack. So yeah, and the models are definitely going to struggle with that, which is probably why they were too cold and high today. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay, so here's your RH field. So yes, you see, okay, so there's a bit of a dry air pocket in this region. Does not really support much in the way of precipitation. Although after that, around 10Z or so, you started to see a nice layer of saturation, which would support any sort of snowfall to reach the surface. There's a bit of low-level forcing too, so that'll help to bring out some good moisture and temperature profiles. Decent actually. Things change. Okay, so that's around 800 millibars. Okay, that's up in here, so so somewhat decent snow growth, but we're not too worried about the microphysics of the snowflakes right now. But then, okay, so a pretty drastic dry slot kind of cuts in after 18Z. They do hold on to low-level moisture. So it looks like temperature is definitely going to be impacted by clouds tomorrow, as well as precipitation. And a slight warm advection pattern. So let's throw your winds up. So the winds do shift over to the south tomorrow. Generally light. Weak boundary layer, just lack of sun. It's good to compare model. Oh, this is the 0-0 one still. So yeah, these early videos definitely I got limited stuff here. Yeah, it looks like the JFS definitely agrees. Between about 10Z and 18Z, that's your best chance for snow. And let's compare that to the RPM. Alright, so around 10Z or so. Yeah. Wow. It looks like, okay, entered a little earlier than 18Z, but generally it looks like some pretty good agreement on your best chance of precipitation tomorrow. So you do have your pretty good lift. Okay. And yeah, clouds galore. Let's focus on what happens with temperature overnight tonight. Last night they irradiated pretty well with the decreasing wind, lack of cloud cover. So these clouds, let's see. Let's go back. So these clouds kind of scatter in nature, then they do fill in after 10Z. So yeah, that's in like right here. So this entire period, we'll have to see, because that temperature, if the conditions are right for radiation cooling, it's going to drop very, very fast. Just look at last night, changes to 0 time. Okay, so here's by 6Z they're already 16 degrees, so they do drop off, and by 10Z they're 12 degrees. So we'll see what the model has. Okay, so this, well, you can see the model correction already. So I had a higher 28 today. I'll probably be close to that, just based on the fact that it's already 20 degrees right now. None of the models had a clue. So yeah, upper 20s and then falls. I think the Moss has a much better idea, and then kind of just holds things. And then I'm very skeptical on this right, although you do have a southerly flow. So let me throw up the 2-meter temperatures. So it looks like tomorrow's high temperature is going to be driven by advection rather than what am I doing? Rather than sunshine. Okay. All right. So here's your core of the cold, and here's your, you're in the middle, and then holy terrain, and then generally warmer. Anyways, let's continue. So you do see some warming occur built to the south. It's still on day 1, so let's get over to beginning of day 2. You can see the cold there, kind of migrating, although this isn't really showing a diurnal trend. It's largely driven by this Arctic air mass that's building, and you got this big ridge to the west. But I think there'll be pockets of cooler temperatures that develop overnight with the radiational cooling. And then during the tomorrow, you see these higher temperatures creep their way eastward. So it looks like these areas, yeah, they're going to see some sun tomorrow. Yeah, these areas are going to be sucked in the clouds. However, areas around that are going to see very, very nice sunshine. So that'll help warm temperatures. So, go back to the model here. Okay, we are 17Z. So you have, wow, 40 degrees, right? So very, very sharp temperature gradient across, especially eastern half of the state tomorrow. That's very tricky. Holy moly. And they're going to have a southerly flow. About 10 knots or so. Yeah, it's going to blow a bit. So they'll definitely be able to tap some of the warmer air around them. Let's see, do the winds persist overnight? Oh my god, disorganized today. They kind of switch over to the east. Okay, so that's not very cold at all. So it looks like temperatures kind of reach their max around 20 Z or so. And then they kind of just, fall. So how warm do they get? That's a question. It's a big question. It's going to be much warmer left. However, the lack of sunshine, that doesn't really mean anything. So, yeah, looking at the winds, they're going to be blowing warmer air, and they don't have snowpack. So I think the models are probably too cold today for tomorrow. So, yeah, you see very limited effective sunshine, mostly just warm advection. And it looks like, the GFS agreed on that. Okay. Yeah, here's the 2-meter temperature output. Models have a little cooler than today, but that warm advection probably would be pretty intense. Okay, GFS is definitely a lot warmer than the NAM. Okay, so there's the GFS MOS at 29 for high. Now the 6C MOS at 25. Terrible. Baloney. Okay, so we can see what the MOS has. Okay, looks like the next obs is coming out in a second, but I don't want to get distracted. Okay, here's the NAM 4 kilometers zoomed in on the area. The X marks the San Bernardino Airport, the ESO station, I hope. Okay, so here we go, 9Z, 12Z, 15Z, 18Z, it's done. 21Z, so 18Z, 21Z. Let's take a look at the column. Right after the piece of exits. Come on. You know you want to. Okay, let's try like right next to it. Or we can just throw them each other in. Let's try that. Okay, well, let's try a different hour. Okay, yeah, you do see the dry slot at 700 millibars, but yeah, you still maintain a lot of cloud coverage. Alright, so then let me get a more regional view to another look at the advection going on. Okay, 6Z, okay, 12Z Wednesday. So let's watch these areas kind of blossom. Ooh, it's a big temperature rise. Okay. Oh my gosh. This is very, okay, here's 21Z Wednesday. The NAM really not all that warm. It's the 4 kilometer. Let's go back here. So I think this number is San Bernardino. It's a little bigger than the others. Oh, yeah, okay, so that 21 is San Bernardino, so we can go back out. It doesn't really show it, but it's around here. Okay. Okay, that's San Bernardino, right there. That's San Bernardino. And jeez, suddenly win. Okay, I might not stray too far from the. Okay, USO. What do we got? What do you got to say? You have 25. Okay. Haven't even looked at the pre-swim amount yet. Then overnight tonight, I think this might be a little too warm. It was way too warm last night, so I think it'll be too warm tonight given the good radiational cooling. I think the sky cover hold. They gotta drop fast, yeah. I think they get way below 18 by, yeah, come on. Come on. Easterly flow, too. That's affecting some cold air. So get out of here. And then winds. Okay, so southeast wind. That's not. Okay. What does this look like? Okay, that's more of a southeast. I may have exaggerated that. More subtly. Okay, so this is a southeast wind. That's tapping this. That's not warm at all. So yeah, I'll definitely. I kind of like. This might be too cold. I don't know. Maybe a blend. GFS and USL kind of agree on the 25. I'll take a blend on the high. I'll go a little cooler than some of the model readings for the low. I think the GFS and AMOS have it pretty good. Okay, so a quick look at the precipitation. I think it should be modeled pretty well. It looks pretty stratiform. Light snow. So just a quick precip comparison. So about 0.1415, 0.14. So excellent agreement on that. So I think I'll probably just go around there. Another blend. So we got a blend in the high, a blend in the precip, probably a blend in the wind, and then a little bit cooler. Although 14 is not bad. Okay, so that is occurring in the second 60 period with the cold advection taking over. Let me see. Alright, so I think this is San Bernardino. It's gotta be coming fast, but yeah, I think the first 60 period day 2 will get pretty cold. Alright, I think I'll end the video here. Or we can just get a temperature update. This is the temperature. Oh, come on. For the video, please. Oh, 26. Oh, my God. Hold on. The models are terrible. Okay, so current. All right, it's 17Z. The model had 18. It's 26. Tomorrow will not feature sun, so I don't think we'll have similar problems. Okay, goodbye.